Finally we can import absolute legends, starting with the Nissan Skyline GTR. Now, technically certain models of the R34 Skyline became importable as early as May 2023, but none of those are the ones you want. Trust me, because with 24 on the horizon, US will finally get the proper R34 GTR. That's right, we're talking the Paul Walker Special. And the R34 Skyline GTR is one of the all-time greatest JDM cars with one of the all-time greatest engines. Yes, the RB26 2.6-liter twin-turbo inline-six under the hood has more than enough grunt and potential to rocket you ahead of the competition on the straights. Stock, it rips 276 ponies, but we all know there's a lot more in there. And the real attraction is actually its potential. That thing is reliably good for around double that number with 500 ponies. Pretty straightforward. Not to mention, with four-wheel drive, this machine will make you more precise than a samurai in corners. Now, because this thing is essentially a supercar killer, expect to pay supercar prices. That said, you will be turning heads if you decide to bring one in yourself. And speaking of turning heads, check out our brand new limited edition merch. Check it out in the link below. This exquisite collaboration between Mercedes Benz and AMG is an absolute stunner. It truly is a race car for the road. And I'm not just saying that. It was built to race in the FIA GT championships, and Merc had to produce 28 road-going versions to meet the FIA entry requirements. And boy, oh boy, could this thing fly.
Here we go. Oh my God, the Mercedes.
Now, all the top-level racecraft engineering, the carbon fiber monocoque, honeycomb aluminum chassis, the naturally aspirated screamin' V12 with 622 screamin' horses under the hood was all converted into street-legal form. Basically, all they did was add ABS, air conditioning, and a little bit of Mercedes-Benz interior magic to make it a touch more comfortable for the buyers. Now, sadly, at the time, Mercedes didn't even bother to get this monster to comply with US road-going safety regulations, which is why it's been a forbidden fruit until now. So if you got the cash and a line on one of the owners looking to sell, pull that trigger, because this German supercar is ready for Route 66. The Toyota Crown is the crown jewel of their lineup in Japan. See what I did there? Even in its pre-Lexus days, the Toyota Crown was the creme de la creme in premium luxury cruisers for the Japanese market. And at long last, one very special edition of the S170 generation of the Crown is available stateside. Besides the fact that it's an absolute primo deluxe four-door sedan with all the style and class of a Benz, this particular generation of Crown, everybody's favorite engine under the hood. Yes, 2J. Woo! The Royal Saloon Crown featured the 3-liter inline-six 2JZ powered with a hybrid system. Bet you didn't see that coming. So, if you get yourself a Crown, you'll have the king of the JDM tuner engines at your disposal. Now, we've sung the praises of the BMW Z3 M before. It's Bavaria's take on a classic roadster. Lightweight, highly agile, and a hardy inline-six under the hood good for 240 ponies. But that's here. It's just basically a Miata on steroids. And it even came in a coupe version with a permanent hardtop, and was affectionately named the ClownShoe for its proportions. But in its home country and most other markets, the M Coupe starting in its first year packs the infamous S50 B32, instead of the S52 in the US market cars with only 240 horses. Yes, the European S50 is good for 321 ponies, and you get all that in a car that weighs about as much as a go-kart. That gem of a motor in a ClownShoe in the US? Huh. Sign me up. Now, if you've never heard of TVR before, I don't blame you. They're a pretty small and specialized producer of lightweight British sports cars, kind of like Lotus. And like Lotus, they've made some pretty killer and super trackable enthusiast cars. The Tuscan Speed Six is undoubtedly one of their more modern classics. This year, we get access to the Target Top version packing 350 horses from its 6-cylinder. with a proper convertible becoming importable to the US market a little later. And when this thing came out in 1999, it could hold its own against the Ferrari Modena 360 and Porsche 911 with its sub-4-second 0 to 60. Unfortunately, no one at TVR was a big fan of safety, and they made the Tuscan Speed Six without ABS, traction control, and in some cases, without any airbags. So Uncle Sam put them on the 25-year forbidden fruit list. There's really nothing else quite like them on the road, except maybe Trav's favorite, the Viper. Now, here at Ideal, we've been banging the drum for the Nissan Z platform for years. The Nissan Z and Infiniti G Series are some of our favorite enthusiast rides. But the Nissan S platform has been just as coveted by international enthusiasts for years, especially the S15 Silvia. It's an absolute drift missile. And Silvia's secret sauce is in her marinara. I mean, the engine. The SR20 DET is a highly tunable inline-4 with a sweet turbo that kicks out about 250 horses stock. And once you start tuning and tweaking and give it a solid suspension upgrade, you'll be drifting like a pro. Sadly, the S15 was the last of the S-Series Nissan ever produced, but thankfully, we're gonna finally start to see them stateside. Now, we could make a whole video series on how the 996 Porsche 911 changed Porsche and the automotive world forever. But for now, let's just say it's one of the most definitive 911s ever made. Now, ultimately, the Mark II edition of the 996 911 GT3 made it stateside. We never got the debut version though, and that changes in 2024. This Mark I GT3 911 is a quintessential Porsche Motorsport's performance vehicle. It took the already great 911 Carrera, but reduced the weight, stiffened the suspension and chassis, got a 3.6-liter boxer 6-cylinder, ready to play high in the revs, and it's tuned for track duty, packing 355 screaming horses. This car is a piece of automotive history, and it should be on every Porsche fan's wish list. Which, if you want to learn how to buy any of these cars and make money driving them, well, check out our free workshop on the Ideal Car Strategies down below. Now, the GTi has long been a go-to enthusiast pick, but Volkswagen shortchanged the American market by not offering this little pocket rocket here. 2 doors, a hatchback, and plenty of power under the hood to have some fun. The Polo GTi is every bit, if not more fun than its bigger brother, the Golf GTi. But be careful, these were budget enthusiast rides for most of Europe when it was launched 2 decades ago. So don't be surprised if the only examples you can find to import have had a pretty hard life hooning. And now it's time for some honorable mentions. Technically, most of these cars were available to the US market, but in very limited numbers, and all of the ones left are either rotted, roached, or super rare museum pieces. But now that overseas models are available to import, your money will definitely take you further picking up a right-hand drive low mileage example. So consider a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6, or maybe a Toyota Celica T230. If you're a fan of going topless, try the Honda S2000 or even a Toyota MRS. And while the RX-7 FD was available in the US, they discontinued sales for the model in 1995, but Mazda kept producing them for the home market all the way up until 2002. So hoon it like it's 1999 and import a right-hand drive 99 RX-7, baby. Now, for the number 1 pick, Pagani. Yes, Pagani Zonda C12. It's one of the rarest unicorns of the automotive world. Now, this ain't your run-of-the-mill car. We're talking ultra exotic, ultra exclusive, and most importantly, ultra expensive. Horacio Pagani, the man who was spurred away by Lamborghini, absolutely shocked the automotive world when he showed up to the 1999 Geneva Auto Show with one of these, forever changing the supercar scene. The Pagani Zonda C12 strutted onto the stage, leaving everyone in awe. Fast forward to today, and Pagani's still crafting some of the sexiest and most exciting cars to grace the asphalt. Now, the car that introduced the Pagani name to the world is available for import. The interior, breathtaking. The engine, a beastly Mercedes V12. Construction, carbon fiber magic. But guys, good luck finding one. The C12 is the OG Zonda. Rumor has it that there's only 3 of them out there, but even that, it's near impossible to confirm. But hey, if you got pockets deeper than the Mariana Trench, the Pagani Zonda might just be the holy grail of your automotive dreams, especially to import stateside. So there you have it. For more videos about awesome cars, like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out this Ideal vid up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad, this is Ideal, and promise me one thing, keep living the Ideal lifestyle.